and welcome to a new review for Dexter. This week's episode is called Every Silver Lining. And we learned quite a few things, especially after that crazy cliffhanger from last week. So let's talk about this episode. I want to first start with a few quick thoughts. Starting with, I loved that scene where we see Harry show Dr. Vogel how Dexter took a slice from the homicide scene he took him to see when he was 10, which means Dexter already started collecting trophies right when he was 10 years old, which is crazy because now it's like his thing, but we see sort of the genesis of it all, and I thought that was really cool. The second thing I want to talk about is Quinn. So far, I'm not really loving the whole Jamie Quinn storyline. I really don't care, but what I find interesting is how it seems like he's still not over Deb. After 2 seasons, he still can't quite shake her off. And especially now that she's kind of messed up, I'm hoping it leads to an interesting dynamic between the two, because I almost kind of wish something happens there. I'm looking forward to that, or at least I'm hoping something happens. So now let's talk about some of the bigger elements of the episode, starting with Deb and El Sapo's encounter, which ended with her killing him. Yeah, I honestly did not see that coming. When they found him dead in his car, all I thought was, oh crap, Deb's gun is there, but I never thought she was actually the one that shot him, which now I'm like, what does that mean? What's going on with Deb? Why would she shoot him like that? It's just kind of crazy. I'm not really sure what to think. However, it leads to Dexter having to switch out evidence to protect her, which he has done before for himself, but never for Deb. Nice twist there, nice twist. Next, of course, I want to talk about Dr. Vogel and her little problem with possibly one of her former patients, which it looks like it really is one of her former patients. Now, that whole story is interesting because I guess it does bring Dr. Vogel and Dexter together, and I think it's interesting that she's actually asking him to kill somebody that fits the code that she helped come up with. It's kind of a nice circle, like, you know, it just goes back to the beginning, you know, I helped create you and now I need your skills to help me. Of course, we still don't know who it is because the person that Dexter thought it was turns out was really just a victim. So we're back to square one. I don't have any suspects so far, but I like that it's bringing Dr. Vogel and Dexter together, or they have sort of a connection through that. More importantly, what I really wanted to talk about is the Dr. Vogel and Dexter relationship, because that is one fascinating thing to watch. First of all, we of course find out that Dr. Vogel had a hand in creating the code, or helped Harry focus Dexter's impulses, which is crazy because we always thought that Harry had it all under control, and now we see a different side of him in those videos that she has where he's just really not sure what to do with Dexter, and she's the one that really, you know, encouraged him that it's okay, we can make this work. There are specifically 2 things that I find really interesting about this relationship. One, Dr. Vogel has become sort of a mother for Dexter. I'm not even sure how I feel about this. On the one hand, I'm like, oh, he has someone that really loves him and he has someone that he can talk to, and she knows everything about him. Hell, she helped create him, so there's really no hiding from her, and she's okay with that. On the other hand, I'm not sure what her motives are, if they're all really good or she has something else that she wants from him. We'll see, we'll see. Then the second thing that I find really interesting is how she challenges our view of Dexter, because she talks about this whole thing about how psychopaths are perfect, they're the alpha wolves and they're better than us. And then suddenly, as the audience, you just think, huh, and this whole time, I thought, well, Dexter has to adapt to fit our standards or to be like us because we're normal and we're better. And she's like, what if he's the next evolutionary step and we're just not ready yet to understand that, but this is where we're going. And I'm just like, huh, that's interesting. That's an interesting take on things. Dexter is perfect, and I think we've never really thought of Dexter as perfect, or at least I never thought of Dexter as perfect. I really liked the character. I thought he was really interesting, but I like that she challenges the way I see him and the way we see psychopaths in general. That's a really great new dynamic in the show. So, great episode. I enjoyed it. But of course, it's teaser time! Yay! So I've seen episode 3 already, which is called What's Eating Dexter Morgan. And there are 2 things that I can tell you about it. Well, no, there are really 3 things that I can tell you about it. One, it's an awesome episode. There's a scene that just, I went like, oh! So I'm kind of excited to talk about that with you guys next week. Second thing I can tell you is that Deb makes a dramatic move. And the third thing I can tell you is that Dexter responds in kind. Ta-da! It's good. It's really good. Oh. So that's all I've got for you this week, but of course I can't wait to hear what you have to say. So let me know in the comments, do you like the Vogel and Dexter dynamic as much as I do? What do you think the whole Deb killing El Sapo means? Anything else that I didn't talk about that you want to mention, let me know. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my Dexter reviews, my Falling Sky reviews, other reviews we have, or interviews. And if you want more TV news, make sure to check out tvequals.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Dexter is back for its final season. The first episode is called A Beautiful Day and takes place 6 months after the events of last season. Dexter.